Are you ready to introduce your song?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm ready to
All
introduce
right.
my song.
All right. So we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna have you
Yeah.
introduce the song. Okay.
My name is Steven Sampson, and the song that I want to talk about today is Legend by Drake.
All right. Perfect. All right. So I ask every guest this at this point of the show. Point of the podcast. Why that song?
Yeah, that song, I picked that song because it reminded me of of who I was and what I meant like to my city, to my family at that time in my life when I was struggling with imposter syndrome at Emerson. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So did that did Legend by Drake, like, was it like it represents that moment, or was it like something that helped you in that moment? Like, hey, I'm feeling like this. Let's go play fucking Legend by Drake so I can feel better. Like,
Right.
what role did it play?
Right, yeah. First of all, like for me, that I didn't like Drake when he came out.
Oh, you did say that. Right. I forgot.
Yeah. I didn't like him. I thought his voice was annoying. I'm like, who is this dude? Like, and then it was funny. I know we both worked at the aquarium when we were teenagers. You know,
Yeah.
you're the first person I met from Montego Bay, man.
Oh yeah.
That's where you're from, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And and so I went back there to be a lead camp instructor one year, and I had one of the teens under me. He was like, Drake's the GOAT. And I was like so upset with this dude, man. I'm like, yo, I said Drake is he's not even a part of the rap conversation, first of all. You know? He's just like Drake. He's Drake. But
Right.
this song really helped change my views on Drake too. But I relate to the song so hard because he's talking about you know, he's one of the lines in it is, if I die, I'm a legend, you know? If I die, I'm a legend. And I think about all the similarities I have with Drake. Now I joke around with my friends. I say, I am Drake. You know what I mean? Because Drake, he started off as an actor. You know what I'm saying? He's not necessarily a street guy. Maybe he was around people who were in it. But I just related to someone who's like, I had some struggles. His parents got divorced. He had some emotional struggles. And he becomes an actor. And like, I relate to someone who's like in a city that's you're in a city and you're doing something. Obviously if you're young, you're going to shoot Degrassi, and you're in the show. I know what that feels like to be in a show or part of a movie set, and like locally, your friends and family are proud of you, and they respect you. Nobody knows you on a great scale yet. Everybody didn't know Drake off Degrassi, but people in your town where you're at, they're respecting you. You become someone who's like, you did something in that town, A couple years ago, I had a Blue Cross Blue Shield commercial out in Massachusetts, and like, I had billboards on the highway and stuff, and I'm on like on the side of the
remember
bus.
that. Yeah.
So I feel like, and my grandmother, I might get a little emotional here. My grandmother's like on her deathbed, and she's like watching that commercial.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And so
man.
that song really just reminded me of like, if I'm scared at this college, like if I don't like whatever happens, like what's the worst case scenario? I die, which I'm not gonna die from going to school, But if I die, like I'm a legend in my own way, So I don't have to worry about this pass or fail thing. This like this whole rubric that I'm grading myself off of, making things more important than they have to be. Like no matter what happens, like I've done poetry in my city, like I've done plays in my city, like I've been in church, I've baptized people, like, I'm like, my views, even my faith views have changed a lot over the years, but like, that's something that I've done in my life. I've been taught kids, I've done a lot of things in the city. I coach kids, and so like, this doesn't define me. You know what I'm saying? What I'm afraid of at the school, like, this doesn't define me. Like, I'm already a legend, So and it's that song basically talking about if everybody's talking about me, everybody's down in me, no matter what, like, when I pull up in the city, like they know, like I'm a legend to myself, to myself. So I really felt that song, and it's so slow. The song's very slow, and it's like the cadence of it. It was hitting me too. Yeah. So that song helped me a lot.
Beautiful, man. That's beautiful.
Sure.
That's fucking beautiful, dude.
Yeah, man. So
I kind of want to touch on the grandma. You just mentioned your grandma. So
Yeah.
did she play any role in like your pursuit of acting?
Yeah. In her own way. Like my grandmother, like she passed when she was like 64.
Okay.
Unfortunately she had a stroke, right? And actually the pictures right here. This is me and my grandmother at my high school graduation.
Uh, that's
And
awesome, man.
and like yo, the time she gave me more in the time that I had with her than I could comprehend at that time. So I'm like still feeding off of like things that she told me when I was younger. And but really she was just me as a person. She would say things to me like, even the prettiest people can have AIDS. Yeah, she would just tell me that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, all right, damn, grandma, that's facts. That's facts, Nini. You know,
That's
that's
real
facts.
shit.
That's true. You know, so she's imparting these things, and then like, in without me knowing, she's like shaping my personhood. You know, and she's always saying like don't mess with my grandbabies. You know, she would get upset. She made me go back to the corner store one time, and because the guy I went to get something for her, I got $1 worth of peppermint balls for her, and
Uh-huh.
and the guy didn't give me a bag. Things like gave it to me in my hand. I put it in my pocket. She's like, no, you'll
Uh-huh.
never let nobody bring you sell you something and I give you a bag. Like you deserve a bag. I don't care if you spent 10 cents. You spent your money at that
Right.
place, so you deserve like what you paid for. So yeah, I'll say my
100%.
grandmother did like contribute to me as an actor and me as a person because she taught me like, you don't have to settle. You don't have to settle. And she literally left South Carolina, married at 14. You know,
Mm.
like she's like, I don't want to be a wife, and I want to be with my friends. I don't want to be a wife.
Mm-hmm.
So she left South Carolina years ago with my mother and my uncle, and she came up here to Boston, like with her sisters, and she built a life for herself and worked up until she passed. So yeah, she definitely taught me like, you don't have to settle, and you can literally take your feet or your car or whatever you have and make a
And
move for
go.
yourself in this life. That's something that you feel okay about.
Oh, that's
And so
beautiful,
yeah,
man.
I
That's
say she helped
beautiful.
me a lot.